What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of My Team Career Mode. Today we are here at the Austrian Grand Prix. So we finished the sprint race yesterday and you can check that video out. So we have to take some grid penalty because we are changing one of the components, but fortunately we did not do that because we want to keep the track position. So we will be starting in the P15 position because that is what we finished in the sprint race. So now we will be starting this race from P15 and we are just increasing the tire pressure so that we can get a better tire wear. And we have Leclerc, Verstappen and Sainz in the top 3 position, and Yuki Tsunoda, Kevin Magnussen has put the car in P11. So yeah, it is a very good job from him, as Daniel Ricciardo will be starting from P22. So he has the very worst sprint race, so he can improve that. As 5 red lights, and away we go for the start of this Austrian Grand Prix. As we just have a correction at the steering wheel because there was a excessive rear wheel spin of our car, because obviously we could not start this game properly. Yeah, so yeah, right at this turn 1 we can see that there's a lot of contact happening with Latifi. He just pushes us slightly off the track, but our teammate is just giving his fight to Nicholas Latifi, and we are just trying to gain as many positions as we can here in this turn 3, I think. Yeah, so we just managed to park our car safely, and this contact model of this game just makes us attached to the car of Kevin Magnussen, so it is given has slight bit of damage, shark fin damage to the left end plate. So yeah, maybe that will not hamper our performance as much, because we need to just ensure that it does not get further damage as we just overtake Bottas around that corner. So it is a very crucial race for us because we are just trying to gain as many positions as we can. So we are going for some massive dive bombs and lunges so that we can at least gain those crucial positions. And obviously we will not be able to gain some points because right now we are still the backmarker team, but we have to try and achieve whatever good results we can from this race, as Alonso was trying to go to the pits and this Gasly of AlphaTauri. So AlphaTauri's Gasly just comes in contact with him, which results in him losing the front right wing. So I think he will have to pit at the end of this lap, so that yeah, you can see so much of squabbling going on as the AlphaTauri and I think the Williams of Albon. So yeah, they are just fighting too hard in that corner, which gives us enough space so that we can overtake from there. So it was a good opportunity for us, and I think some amount of luck is necessary in this race. As you can see here, that Stroll is just coming inside of us, so we have to let him pass, otherwise it would have been a crash, but somehow we just managed to make this thing work. And right now Vettel is behind us, so the Aston Martin are fighting tooth and nail because they are almost at a similar level to us in the R&D space. So we just give enough room to Vettel and he just opens his DRS to get past us. So it is a good strategy from the Aston Martins, but we need to persist because persistence is the key of this game here right now, because right now we are the back marker. So whatever we can achieve, it is good for us and the sponsors also, so that we can improve our facilities and upgrades. So it is a tough race for us, and because our teammate is at the, I think, in the last position, so yeah, our teammate needs to perform a bit better, because right now we are just in the P15 and P16. So either we look for a new teammate or Visher has to perform. So yeah, we will be knowing that at this end of this race. And right now Bottas is around the outside of us, so the Alfa Romeo has better technical capabilities and their car is much superior to us because they are above us in the R&D upgrade chart. So he just overtakes us with ease, and now we have to follow him because our engine is not as powerful as the Ferrari engine, but whatever we are lacking, we need to improve upon that, and for that we need some gradual improvements in the R&D chart. So yeah, we are stuck now behind Bottas, and we will just open our DRS so that we get that extra dose of 12 miles an hour extra speed, so that we can overtake him easily. And as you can see here, Ricciardo, who is in the McLaren, is obviously superior to us, and he just opens his DRS and overtakes us at the turn 1. So it is a very good improvement of Ricciardo because he started from P22 of this race. So however, we go for a dive bomb down the inside of Ricciardo, which is a classic example of dive bomb which I learned from Dan Rick. So yeah, it is what it is, as now we are going into the pits, and our tire is gone because we are just sliding all over the pit lane. So yeah, we somehow managed to keep our car inside the speed barrier as we run over some of the mechanics, and now we are just putting on the hard tires, and our team does not leave us because it would be an unsafe release, but somehow this release of ghosting is not unsafe. So yeah, we are left right into the path of Danrick. So yeah, it is, and we also get some DRS so that we can at least try to evade the power of McLaren, but it is unfruitful because the McLaren is a much superior car to ours, and he just overpasses us as Daniel Ricciardo is in a mood to overtake everyone. Like today I was watching this Mexican Grand Prix, and this episode is been recorded on that day, and it is a deja vu as he's just overtaking in this race also. Like from P22 he's just marching ahead. So yeah, now he overtakes even Valtteri Bottas, so they are having a squabble. So I'm just trying to keep as close to them so that if anything happens we can at least gain some couple of positions, but it did not, as we are just going through this race in this lap 22, lap 23. You can see that our race is just progressing, and we just make a slight of mistake against the T1 as our car just goes for almost a half spin, but we somehow managed to catch that. And now Ocon is behind us, so he's just pressurizing us so for an overtake, because obviously the Renault is a much superior car because they are always finishing in the top 12 and top 10 at least. So yeah, it is a tough thing for us to defend from Ocon, and we somehow managed to keep it outside the track, and we just narrowly avoided touching his front wheel, otherwise it would have been a damage to our front right. And so it is a very game of close margins, and we are persisting enough so that we can at least gain some amount of pride in just finishing ahead of the superior cars. And as you can see here, Ocon just sends one down the inside at this penultimate corner, and he just finishes the overtake. So it is a GG's to him, but still we get the DRS, and we are now trying to go outside of Ocon at this turn 1 corner. So yeah, we just somehow managed to do, as he just loses the car right how we managed to lose the car in this previous lap. So it is quite a mistake here because the curve is quite unsettling at this turn 1, so such mistakes can happen. As you can see here, I think Ocon is still trying to pass us, and as he does this, Williams of Latifi just collides with us, and he's just all over the place at this penultimate corner. So yeah, he just makes slight bit of contact with us. So unfortunately or fortunately we did not get any damage, and neither did he get any damage. So it is kind of a, what can you say, Williams driving, as Fernando Alonso retires from this Grand Prix. And this is like crazy because in the Mexican Grand Prix also, in the real life, Alonso got DNF'd, and now in this race also Alonso has DNF'd because of an engine failure. So it is a unfortunate event for the what can I say, youngest driver, rookie driver of this season. Yeah. So yeah, right now in this lap 34 you can see that Stroll and Hamilton are fighting for a position. I don't know how Hamilton finished in P14 because he's almost in the top 5 cars, so I don't know what happened with this Mercedes guy. So yes, Hamilton overtakes Stroll, and now we also trying to challenge Stroll as his Stroll goes down the inside, but we somehow managed to stick our car right at the outside of this corner, and we do not get the DRS, or did we? I think I'm not sure. Yeah, we got the DRS, so we somehow managed to get past Stroll, as now we are chasing Hamilton. I know it is a difficult task because our car right now is not in a state to compete with the likes of Mercedes. So, and now Verstappen just collides with Albon, which gives Albon some damage, and Verstappen is on a cruise mode because he finishes this Austrian Grand Prix in P1. So it is a red letter day for the Red Bull team as they win their home race. So GG's to Verstappen. And as we go past this final penultimate corner, we finish in P13. So it was a nice recovery drive from us, but yeah, the driver of the day has to go to the Honey Badger, Daniel Ricciardo, as he started from P22 and he scored some excellent points. As you can see, he was in the P8. So it is a very awesome drive from Danrick, and Verstappen and Leclerc and Sainz finish in the podium, and Hamilton had a bad race, but I think Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo, they scored good points, and Valtteri Bottas also from P18 he went to P9, and Sebastian Vettel from P15 to P10. So Vettel is outperforming his teammate in the Aston Martin, which is kind of given because he's obviously a superior experienced driver. So now in this championship standing, you can see that Charles Leclerc is leading the championship by 3 points from Verstappen, and Carlos Sainz is about 28 points behind. So yeah, it is a tough fight and 6 races to go, so we can see whether Ferrari or Red Bull will be claiming the Constructors' Championship. So we score some points over our rival Alex Albon and Vasseur, and I get some cash for our team. And now we have some contract renewal to do. Should we keep Richard Vasseur or hire some better driver? So we just upgrade some of the development which failed earlier, and we will be changing the IC also so that we can have a better improved race in the French Grand Prix. So we are changing some old components, and we are also looking to build up sponsor relationship with some new sponsors as we sign up with Salve. So we got a new sponsor, and this is how our car looks like after we attach all those new liveries of sponsorships we are getting. So it is an improving car. We will be gradually improving it as the season progresses, as we are trying to sign Felipe Dragovic. I know it is a big decision to let Vischer go, but we have to score some points and resource points. So for that we approached Dragovic for an offer, and we are going with a medium risk offer because our team is right now very short of cash. So let us see what he does. And he is a driver of Vitalfa Racing. So yeah, we signed Felipe Dragovic, and we also changed our overalls to a more brand suiting color. So now we will be having this yellow and white overalls with a golden color helmet for the start of this French Grand Prix. So thank you guys for watching this video, and do subscribe this channel to get such more videos, and we will see you again in the French Grand Prix. Peace.